everybody, welcome to Review Time with iSlip. I'm iSlip, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transform Dreamwave TCW upgrade kit for the Power of the Primes Volcanicus. Sorry, I'm just trying to show everything around. These are all the sides of the box. This is all the stuff you get in the box. You actually get a few more pieces with this particular set, and that's it. And in my set, I got all of this. I got two versions of the sword, which this is supposed to be for the black version of the sword is supposed to be for the people who pre-ordered this, but I got it anyway. Let's see. Some of these black versions of these swords, I don't think they're actually on the box, so maybe I wasn't supposed to get them. Two versions of Grimlock's blaster, Swoop's blasters, some more blasters that go into making Volcanicus's feet. You got the toes here, the feet pads, which become also like shields. There's a bunch of stuff, and I'll be honest with you, looking at it this way is very daunting, but the finished product of, excuse me, sorry, bug flying around, finished product of combined mode is damn amazing. It is damn amazing. So I'm gonna do this in. I'm gonna cut this up. It's gonna be jump cuts. I'm not gonna transform the figures all over again. We're just gonna jump to it. All right. So we're gonna start off with Swoop, and his missiles are supposed to plug in here in these things here, but for some reason they don't stay. They don't fit. They don't stay. I think. Like, if you notice, there's a little like flash or something in there. In any event, I can't get these to peg in there, so I just unpegged his hands and put them on. And I mean, it's not bad. It's still Swoop with his swoopy weapons. It's just not where they're supposed to be. So he's the weakest out of all of them. So I did him first. So I'll go ahead and get him over to the side. And then we're going to bring in Grimlock, who gets basically the majority of the chest and back kibble for the gigantic robot mode. And you're supposed to have it like this so that you can have his guns facing forward. He's a bit heavy, if I'm honest. And those guns never angle at a good angle to whoops. Let's see, maybe if I do this. They never angle low enough to shoot anybody with, so. But, I mean, it's something you can do with the stuff in this mode. Unfortunately, I think Perfect Effect actually did this mode parts better. But that is that. Then we're going to go with Snarl. Now, this said to give him a different set of weapons, but they honestly were very... What is going on here? Okay. Very underwhelming. So I gave him these weapons, which are very nice. They also split up into two more weapons. But they look nice. They look good. I think they are decent. They're very loose, though. But I think, for the most part, they are very decent. And I kind of like them. Originally, I had them in Sludge, but I decided Sludge would be better off with these two weapons, which he normally is seen with anyway. Like, if you look at my other, my Shuriken, he's got these gigantic guns anyway on him. So, I figure why not? And then these pods are supposed to be on the other guy. I just to let you know, some of the pieces are really tight fit. I got stress marks on my slug or slag from something, but I'll show you that in a minute. And with slag, or slug, whatever, I put the remainder of the rest of the stuff, this on top, which, I mean, I want one of the black, I other pieces and to put these on the side so it's more Dino Rider-ish. You've got what are supposed to be the fist, the hands that turn into claw guns. But the pegs are too big to fit into the peg holes, the regular peg holes. As a matter of fact, the peg holes for these bit pieces here were actually pretty hard to get into the peg holes. So I got stress marks on this side. Let me see if I can... You can see them right there. Do I have stress marks on the other side yet? No, I don't. But, yeah. So let's go ahead and get everybody in the shot. But, I mean, they look okay together. They do. We'll go ahead and come back in robot mode. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're going to bring some of them out. Let's, we've got Grimlock here sporting a shield with his old gun, some of the new guns, and a new, actually fairly pointy sword, and the weapon that should have came with him in the first place, his whatever blaster. So it looks okay. It looks okay. I mean, honestly, he's not going to be in this mode. So, and I definitely wouldn't have that on there. That doesn't even, you know, it would be, this would be it, just like this. So, looks pretty nice. Let's scooch him on over. Next we have Slag or Slug sporting a shield and a spiky finger gun launcher. I mean, honestly, it doesn't work. If they could have just made this become like a mace or something. Let me see if I can do that. Maybe bring these up like this, and then, I don't know. Let's see. Do the fingers, well, they splay out. Splay out like this. And also this doesn't fit in very well. But I mean, you could use this as a sort of bludgeoning, sort of an axe or something, I guess. That's how strong it was. I went to turn this and popped his arm right off the thing. But yeah, I mean, like, actually looks a little bit like an armored face hugger right there. And then, you know, shield, which is part of the foot. It opens up like this, and then you put the toe like that, and or like this, and then you'll see in a minute. We're gonna get this guy out. Let's bring in Swoop, who again, weakest link, because that they should have put little what do you call it? Little openings, little holes for the Titan pegs, and then this would have pegged on to where it was supposed to peg on. But again, doesn't do so, and I don't know what's wrong with the plastic that it just. Let's see. I can get it to stay on the peg holes where the feet would peg into the dyno mode, but the other slots where they're supposed to go, I can't get it to work. So, and of course you can hold one of the swords if you want. Here we have Snarl with one of the big shooters. A nice sword. I don't think the sword goes with him, but hey, why not? And the gun bits on his shoulders, and he looks pretty. Oh, I did forget to show that I did put these little sort of rocket pods on his legs. These are actually the middle pieces of the big silver guns that were on Snarl in the beast mode. So you can use those as little weapons if you wish. And finally, we have Sludge, and he is sporting some ankle laser armaments. Big old gun here, sword, and a shield, and it's pretty cool. That's pretty decent. Again, though, not going to be in this mode, so that's not going to matter. So, yeah, I'm going to get all the bits back in the middle and get everybody assembled into their respective parts, and then we will go from there. All right, here's the pile of stuff you're going to need. As far as all of the weapons, just put them to the side. You don't need them for this mode. You can use some of them if you want to, but we're not going to worry about them for now. For now, we're going to worry about getting all this stuff into what we need it to be. So first thing we're going to do is going to take this piece here, and we're going to split it apart like this. We'll move it over for the moment. Take this piece here, and we're going to separate it, and then pull these pieces out like so. Sorry about that. Like so. Just pull this apart, separate it, put it to the side for the moment. These are already ready. Let's see. This part here, we're going to pull these side panels apart, get this part open like that, and then we'll move it to the side because we don't need it right now. We're going to take the armored facehugger slash gun finger things, straighten them out like so. We're going to flip them like that, and this one is pretty much already done. And move this over. We'll take the one that was as a gun. What you're going to do is you're going to take these bits on the side, and they will just... Oh, they weren't in the right position. Okay. Normally, as the gun hand thing, you'd have it like this. Like that. What you're going to do is you're going to take these bits, push them up, slide them up. They do that thing with Grimlock, like Grimlock's chest does. Straighten that out. Open this up like so, and it pegs together. And then peg the other one together. I got to do that. And then just get the hand the way you want it for now, and let's peg that. Oh, I did peg it together, just don't want to stay together. Oh, okay, well. There we go, okay. So that's that. Now we're going to go ahead and... this piece will just move to the side. We'll need that later, but we don't need it right now. These are the fake bits. First thing we want to do is put the gun bits back together. We'll take this and... Is this right? That goes like that. And then that goes like that. So it looks like this. Do the same thing with the other one. That goes like that. And that goes like that. And I put it in backwards. Okay, that goes like that, making sure the peg is behind. See? That goes like that. This goes like that there. And there you have the double guns. You're going to take the double guns and you're going to take these bits, open them up like this. Yep. Like this. And take the foot, plug this in here. So what you want to do is you want to plug this piece in first. And then bring these bits around, and you're going to see that space in there. You want this piece right here to go into that space from the top, and do the same on the other side. Okay, and just make sure everything is in there tightly, and then you've got a foot that is flat and secure. So these are ready for Volcanicus. Yes, yes. Okay. So we got the feet done. We'll put the feet over here for now. Oh, actually, we got everything done that we need to do. So let's work on the extremities first, because those will be the easiest to do. We'll just take a foot and let's see which... Does it make a difference? It does not seem to make a difference which foot we put where, so we'll just go ahead and plug this in. Ugh. Plugs in really snug, which is good because that means it's not going to come out very easily, as you can see. So we got a leg. Let's see. We're going to put you as the left leg. So we'll just leave you tilted that way. Okay, here we go with the right leg. I'll go ahead and stick you on and tilt you a little bit, and that's on pretty good. A little shaking will pull it off, but otherwise it's not overly bad. Could be a lot worse. Like the actual foot that came with it, I think, is a lot looser than this. So we've got our foot. He's gonna go over there, and get an arm. So we're gonna go with shuriken mode. So he's gonna be a left arm instead of a right arm. So plug that in there, and then we have the arm. And go over to articulation real quick. It's a ball jointed thumb. Rotates. It's got a swivel at the first knuckle, swivel at the second. Fingers are pinned in. Swivel up and down. They swivel in and out so you can get sort of a splayed look if you want. Bends at the first knuckle, bends at the second knuckle. Well, bends at the first knuckle, the second, and the third knuckle, so you can make a proper atomically correct fist. Like so. And the knuckle things would just stay together. That'd be awesome. So, yeah. We got one arm done. Let's go on with the next arm. And go ahead and plug that in. And now we've got our other arm. Same articulation. Same features. And there we go. We'll put that to the side. Now this is the part where most of the work gets done. So we're gonna take, let's see what we're gonna do first. Let's see. I believe this goes over this piece here. It just slots in like so. And we've got a new bigger crotch plate. So there's that. We have this piece which will slot in. Let's see, it will slot in. There's a hole right here that fits into that right there. And then see these bits here, these little rectangular bits will fit through the rectangular slots there. So we're going to go ahead and try to get all of that there. And here's a little bit of a scary part, because you have to flex the plastic a little bit to get it around the get it around those. Ooh, that scared me. There we go. Get it around the little bits that have to go inside it. Got one. Having a doozy of a time. There we go. With the other, and plastic is a little stressed. You can kind of see it right there. It's a little stressed, but I'm not going to be doing that too often, so I'm not going to worry about it. And then that just closes and plugs in, and you've got his new waist all taken care of. There we go. New waist all taken care of. So there's that. Let's see. What will we do next? We will take this piece here. We will put it this way, and these pieces here are going to clip around this piece here. It's a little scary. It's even scary to try to get it off. Yeah, you're in where you're supposed to be. Are you in? Yeah, you're in where you're supposed to be. Okay, and there we go. Did we get it on? We got it on. Okay, so see, it clipped on behind, and it clipped in there. So now the waist piece doesn't separate. And just push that down. You can leave it out if you want to, but I prefer it down because To me, that looks best. Okay, and then we have to go ahead and put this piece back on. And you, right? Yeah. Okay. So now we've got that. Let's bring this up a little bit. And we have to get this piece on. So now we have to get the arms in proper position. They're supposed to be like, sort of like that. And this goes in like so. Not straight, almost straight. There we go. And these come down. It looks like that. We'll take this piece here and flip these bits around. Flip these bits around so they're like this. And this will, these two slots will slot in there. And then we're going to try to get these to line up with the peg holes there at the same time. So there we go. Oops. And this will actually lock the arms into place. So when we move Volcanicus's arms, I hope I haven't been calling him Shuriken. His arms, they don't, see, it keeps it nice and steady. All right. So we've got that. Try to get that even. There we go. Are you even? There we go. Now you're even. So it looks like that. And we take these bits here, and they are going to clip around this way. And you're going to be using the little Titan Master Peg there to clip it on. So I'll get that on here, and then it's got a sort of wraparound clip here that just holds it together. And that is one thigh done. You want to do the other thigh just the same way. See, it goes around there. Okay, that goes on there. That one went on actually a lot easier than the first one did. Okay, and then these go over here. They see that rectangular hole slots over that, and this just helps to fill in your chest piece, so there isn't as many gaps. And then just, let's see if I can get that. There we go. And there we have the torso. So let's go ahead and start connecting everybody. So we got Swoop for the arm here, and as you can see, when you move it, he doesn't come apart. And for some reason, Swoop holds together a lot better with this new stuff than before. I don't know why, but he does. So yay for that. Maybe because it's an extra piece that sticks out here, so his arm isn't completely flush with the plastic, so it's not putting extra force or anything. Let's go ahead and get Slag or Slug. Sure you get. Attack the cricket. That's my sister letting me know there's dinner. Hold on a second. Let me just let her know that I got the thing, because she doesn't know. She's just being nice to me. So there's the top of Volcanicus, and he's already looking way better. So we're going to go ahead and get Snarl. Oh, you know what? Can't put the pieces on just yet. I've got gotta do this first. So move Snarl's Kibbly stuff out, and then put these bits on because it covers up the combiner peg. Combiner port, I mean. So there we go. That is done. And then we get the last guy. Now in promotional pictures, he's a leg. Sludge is a leg. But the problem is, because this part doesn't go up any further, does it? It does not go up any further, and I don't think there's a way to make it. He doesn't quite fit over Grimlock's tail. So what you end up doing is, excuse me, when you put it on, you have to put it so he is facing slightly out. Now, if you're going to be playing with him and stuff, that might annoy you, because now he's not going in the way he was advertised as. Normally the leg is bent a little bit. If you want it straight, you have to turn it, and then having a problem with his foot staying on now. So you just turn it so that it's facing out a little bit, and then put the piece back on. And actually it looks better that way, because people don't normally stand, especially when they're getting ready for battle, with their toes facing forward. It's usually at a bit of a wide stance. This way you've got wider balance for a wider range of movement. Okay, there we go. And there we have Volcanicus with his new bits on. And let me go ahead and pull out so you can see. And he looks a lot better. He looks a whole lot better than he did before. So let's go ahead and bring it in closer so you can see how imposing that looks. Going on up. So yeah, he is pretty cool, and he has a bit. He still has a bit of issue standing, if I'm honest, and I am, I'm always honest. But he's more stable than he was before. See, even now he's leaning back some, but he hasn't fallen over. So you have posability. The legs still bend here, bend at the knee. You still have that knee rotation. It's a little hindered because of the stuff you have, or use this foot. You have an ankle rocker and ratcheted forward and backwards. So there's that. Give me a second to get his foot back on, and then we'll look at his... Why are you not going in now? I don't understand. Stop pissing me off, because you weren't doing this before. Okay. There we go. And it's always the sludge figures. I noticed that with my Dino combiners. If you look at my Shuriken combiner, I had a problem with my sludge figure. If you look at my my StarCats combiner team, again, slug figure. Or sludge, I mean sludge. Alright. So we will look at, let me turn off the lights for a second. I have the light up top, and this way you can get a good idea of what he looks like. He's not so glowy. He has obviously the 360. He still has in and out from his, whatever you call it, his combiner peg. Obviously the elbow is not affected. And then of course all the finger articulation, plus his wrist can go up and down for whatever reason you might need it to do it. So you can do that. So there's that. And then you have you still have his waist rotation. So you still have that. So that's you don't really have anything important that's sacrificed for this mode that you didn't have an issue with before anyway. Like, he couldn't stand before very well. You couldn't twist him, he'd start falling apart. For some reason, with this set on, he's holding to, well, the bits here are made to hold them together better, but even with, like, the hands and the feet, they hold together better. They're not splitting as badly. Now, he does have two swords, actually. Like I said, he comes with an extra sword. I'm probably going to paint this one up silver and something else. I'm going to give this one probably to my Abominus set. But you take this, and now he's got how he's meant to hold it. Let me bring it in closer. Is, if you look into his hand, there is a groove. There's a groove cut out right there, but it's not going all the way through. You don't plug it in with this part here. You actually use this part here to put it in. Let's go back some. And let's see if I can do this on camera. There we go. Oops. I forgot to bend his fingers first. There we go. You know, let's just take the fist off. You can take the fist off and put it back on afterwards. We'll take that and get this on. Of course, it wouldn't. There we go. So it fits in there, and you can see it's actually inside his palm. When you close the fist around, though, it looks like he's holding it by the handle. See? And then you just plug it in, and let's see. I don't know how well he's gonna hold this, if I'm honest with you, because of the weight. His wrist can't hold it. His wrist can't hold it straight. If you look, it's already tilting down. Whoop! And his arm just split. Let's get that back together again. Okay. And then he just dropped it. All right, let's try with Swoop. It's a solid chunk, and it's pretty sharp. Don't drop it on your foot because you're going to regret it. There we go. Okay, and again, you can see he doesn't. It keeps sliding down, but let's see if. And he just dropped it. Come on, guy, you were holding it before. Well, he was holding it before, but I didn't have it. Swoop is coming apart. So, I mean, there is a bit of a problem holding it, but it's not overly horrible. He can hold it. You just have to be extra careful. And it's not really the fault of the set. The add-on set, it's actually more the plastic and the way the original figure was designed. It wasn't really meant to hold the sword, which he's holding it. Let's see if I can get him to stand now. So yeah, he's standing, looking pretty good with the sword in his hand. Yeah, he's looking pretty darn good. And he can dual wield. I don't know if this is such a good idea, but we're going to try it. Let's try it. Let's try it, because why not? That's a lot of weight on his front. It's really a lot of weight. Tilt his legs forward a bit. Bend at the knees. There we go. And now we've got Volcanicus dual wielding. What We're going to take that off, though. So, it's not a bad set at all. Again, what sucks is that you have to buy a set in the first place, really. Because the original figure was just, the way it was designed was just bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to the person who put all the work into designing it, but your design just isn't really that good. I mean, all the other combiners were pretty... Oh, you know what? Speaking of other combiners, let's bring in one for a size comparison so you can see. It's... Wish I had another Volcanicus. I don't. I'm just gonna bring in one of my favorites. One of my favorite characters. Not necessarily my favorite combiner in the series, but here we have the Combiner Wars Bruticus. And you can see how much... I mean, the set really bulks him out. It really makes him look powerful. Looks like he can tear Bruticus a new one. Even if Bruticus had... I do have feet that would probably make him bigger, but I'm not going to go get them. Even if Bruticus had the proper height feet, it still wouldn't make a difference because he still looks the part he should have always looked. He doesn't look as ridiculous as he did before I got the upgrade set. Let's go ahead and take these off. And I know these guys also made an upgrade set for this guy here. I don't remember liking it, which is why I was going to originally go with the Perfect Effect upgrade set for Volcanicus, because even though they're not always the most stable, they do pretty much usually look really great. But for some reason this time these guys, their set looked better, so that added, I think, a little height to them. So they're about the same height, but I think Volcanicus looks the better part. I just popped something off. I just want to make Bruticus look less derpy. More dynamic. It's really not working. It really is not working. It's just tipping over to the side. Like, oh, that's a sharp sword, man. Watch out. You're gonna hurt me with that. Anyway, it's not about you anyway. It's not about you. It's about... Whoops. It's about Volcanicus. And, you know, you can add... If you want to, you can add some of the other guns to the set in various places. You do have holes in the back of the armor, so if you want to, you can put Grimlock's gun up there. If you want, he can probably hold... Let me see if he can hold Grimlock's gun. Probably using that same peg. Let's see. Can I use that? Yeah. So he can hold Grimlock's gun, albeit at a weird angle, but he can hold it. So there's that. You can take Swoop's weapons and put them on there. You can stick the swords in the holes if you want him to have swords sticking out his back. That is up to you how you want to do it. Take these guns and put them there. So yeah, you've got options for what you want to do. It's up to you how you want to do what you want to do, and then just go ahead and do it. So that said, I am Icelet. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it did some kind of help for you to decide whether or not you want to get this upgrade set. For me, it's a great set. Like I said, it sucks that we have to get the set. Like with the Combiner Wars stuff, you didn't have to get the sets. You know, it was more of you wanted to get the sets, but there were things you could do. They weren't really a super necessity. With this guy, an upgrade set is a must, and that sucks. It shouldn't be. He should be right out the box, good to go, but he wasn't. Right out the boxes, packages, whatever. But like I said, this set is pretty pretty good. I love it. Islip, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Ciao.